YouTube. I'm Tony Clyde, and this is your leadership moment. Every business will experience a crisis at some point. That crisis can either be influenced by internal factors, someone important left the business or some other issue, or it can be influenced by outside forces beyond the business leader's control. I was talking with a business owner the other day, and he said, my customer presence in my store has declined dramatically. I don't understand what's going on. I can't get them in. And I've been doing the same thing I've been trying to do that's been working in the past, but it's just not working anymore. I asked him what his plan was, and he didn't have one. He wasn't ready for this crisis to hit. You see, most business leaders aren't ready. They haven't planned properly and prepared for a time of crisis. If you find yourself in a time of crisis right now with your business, I want to offer you 3 things that will help move you through this pivotal time in your business to greater success. You see, you have a choice to either lead through this crisis and be more successful coming out of it, or try and do the same thing over and over again and start failing. The first thing is this: be innovative. You see, innovative behavior is simply coming up with new ideas to a problem, promoting those ideas to get everyone to buy into them, and then implementing those ideas in your business so that you can move forward successfully. Right? You can't rely on the same old strategies whenever you're in a time of crisis. Think of it this way. When your business is going, right, you're going up. You're doing well, things are working, you've made changes, you've implemented some stuff that is influencing the business in a positive direction. All of a sudden, this crisis hits and you start going down. First of all, most people don't realize they're in a crisis until they're down here somewhere. You need to know you're getting ready for a crisis when you're up here. That way you can prepare for it. But anyways, this business leader that I was talking with, he was down here. His business is declining and declining fast. And he didn't know what to do. I told him, look, first of all, you need to be innovative in your approaches. You can't do the same things you were doing here. If you're doing the same things you were doing here, it's not going to work. You have to do new approaches. And you have to take some risks to move your business forward. This is the scariest time to be in when you're here. And a lot of people don't like taking risks when they're there. But the reality is, if you don't take a risk, you're going to continue to decline. If you take a risk, you can change this and start moving back up, right? But you can't just take any risks. The second thing is you need to be strategic. You need to understand that if your customers aren't coming to you, you need to go to them. A lot of ways to do that. Social media is probably one of the best ways to engage with your customers on a regular basis. If you're not using social media in your business right now, then you're failing to engage effectively with your customers. Every customer of yours is on social media somewhere, and they're in there engaging with other people on that, and you need to be engaging with them also. You should be putting out at least 10 pieces of information on social media every single day. Be strategic about how you approach your customers and engage them through different ways. The other thing with being strategic, when you're here, you have your goals set for the year, right? Say you set your goals way up here, and then you hit this time of crisis and you're starting to decline and you recognize it. And a lot of leaders do this, and this is the worst thing you can do. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? My goals are way up here. You know what? We're in a time of crisis. I want to make everyone feel better, so I'm going to lower my goals. You just decreased morale in your business, and you've set your business up for failure. Don't decrease your goals. Change your strategy. Change your tactics and your approach to how you're doing business. Do not change your goals. Here's the third thing. Stay focused. People are too easily distracted today. You see, something happens and then they start looking for other solutions and they start looking for a fad, and what worked over at one business, you know what, I'm going to try that. And it doesn't necessarily work. So they get distracted by some other thing and they lose track of what they're wanting to do. Again, stay focused on what your goals are. Change your tactics and set up a daily plan of action that aligns with what your innovations are and your strategies are to move and lead your team through this time of crisis.